Hi children, it's Monday evening. It's been a rather cozy day, hasn't it? Lots of rain. I'm all snuggly with my blanket. Spot and Mouse are here with me. They were at school with me this morning. I'm wearing my Seahawks pajamas today. Do you remember what we say during football season, everybody? Go Seahawks! But we also say, don't worry parents, we also say go 49ers. We support all the teams as long as they just have fun and play well together. So children, today I chose some rainy day books because they reminded me of our rainy day we had today. The first book I'm going to read to you is called Sunshine and Storm. I read this to you during our pet unit. And remember, it's about a dog. Do you think he's Sunshine or do you think he's Storm? Yeah, he's Storm with the black and gray fur. And there's Sunshine the cat. They are best friends. But then something happens on a stormy day, rather like today. Let's open and find out. Look at the rainbow. Beautiful colors. The title of the book is Sunshine and Storm. Sunshine and Storm were best friends. They went for walks together nearly every day. Storm usually followed Sunshine like a shadow on a bright day. Sometimes Sunshine followed Storm like the light behind a cloud. One rainy afternoon, Storm went for a walk alone. Sunshine stayed warm and dry by the fire. She didn't like getting wet. Cats don't really like getting wet, do they? Oh, Storm loved the cool freshness of the rain. He pranced through the raindrops and did a crazy rain dance. Then he hurried home to tell Sunshine about the fun he'd had. As soon as he went indoors, what do dogs do when they come inside after being wet? He shook himself dry. Everyone be a dog and shake yourself dry. He shook himself dry. Uh-oh. Sunshine was very wet and very angry. Look at her face. Pretend you're Sunshine and show me your face if you just got all wet. Her fur stood on end and she hissed a horrible hiss at Storm. Storm felt like his heart had been struck by lightning. He ran away. The rain stopped and the sun came out, and a warm breeze gently ruffled their fur. But the brightness and the warmth did not melt Sunshine's anger or heal Storm's hurt. When Storm looked up at the sun, he thought of his friend. He was so sorry he had splashed her. He'd always known that she didn't like getting wet, but just this once, he'd forgotten. When Sunshine saw the clouds reflected in a puddle, she thought of Storm. She was sorry she had been so angry with him. Of course, he should have remembered that she did not like getting wet. Then Sunshine saw Storm reflected in the puddle. She backed away carefully. Would Storm remember that she didn't like getting wet? Storm would never forget again. To prove it, he gave Sunshine a loving lick, and before she could help herself, she gave him a lick in return. From that time on, Sunshine and Storm knew that, like the weather, feelings change fast, but best friends are forever. I love that story. It reminds me that, sometimes we do things or say things that may hurt our friends' feelings, might hurt our friends' feelings or our family's feelings, but we still love them. And we can say we're sorry and ask them what they need. And then we can be friends, just like sunshine and storm. All right, I'm going to put this one back down. And now I chose this one. It's a rainy day book. It's also one of our favorite books, Chalk. And remember, every time I read this book, I read it a little bit differently because there are no words in it. Preschoolers, you read pictures. So when you get a book, you can tell the story just by looking at the pictures, just like I'm going to do right now when I tell this story to you. Chalk. And there's the dinosaur. You know what's going to happen. Let's read. Oh, and there's the rain, just like today. Chalk. It looks like this is a toy on the playground, and we see that bag. And I'm already thinking, what is inside that bag? Let's find out. Once upon a time, 3 children were walking home in the rain. They'd had a lovely time playing, and they were going home through the playground. All of a sudden, they saw a bag. When they opened the bag and looked inside, they saw chalk. Chalk of every color. Yellow chalk, blue chalk, green chalk, purple, and even orange. Oh, said the children, let's draw. The little girl picked up a piece of yellow chalk. She looked at the rain and she said, I know what I'm going to draw. And on the ground she drew an enormous yellow sun. And as she drew the sun, suddenly the rain stopped and the sun came out. The children couldn't believe it. Oh, that's really strange, they said. You drew the sun and it stopped raining. The clouds went away and the sun went into the sky, and the next child said, oh, I have an idea. And she picked up a piece of orange chalk and she started to draw butterflies, butterflies everywhere. And as she drew them, they came alive and the air was filled with monarch butterflies. Butterflies, they cried. And then the little boy had an idea. He picked up a piece of green chalk. And what did he start to draw? Yes, he started to draw a dinosaur. And then all of a sudden, a shadow came over the children. And they looked up and they saw a huge, fierce, ravenous Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, said the children, quickly, quickly, run! And as fast as they could, they started to run away. And the T-Rex was right behind them. Quickly, 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 they said, we need to hide. They ran to the play structure. They climbed up and threw into the tunnel. I think we're safe here. The T-Rex was getting closer and closer, and they could hear its terrible roar. The T-Rex peered into the tunnel, into the slide. Oh, said the children, They could hear his teeth gnashing. What are we going to do? They huddled together as his head got closer and closer and closer. And then suddenly, they had an idea. And the boy quickly grabbed a piece of blue chalk and he started to draw. What's he drawing? He started to draw a cloud and rain. Why is he drawing rain? Okay, let's see. He drew more raindrops and more raindrops and raindrops, and suddenly the rain started to come down. The clouds were there, and as the rain poured from the sky, what started to happen? You're right. The T-Rex started to melt away, wash away. As the picture disappeared, so did the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And soon, all that was left was a green puddle of chalk on the ground. Said the children. They put the chalk back in the bag and put it back on the playground. And the children went home. That is, and there's some rain, very magical chalk. Children, if you found that bag on the playground and you could take one piece of chalk, what color would you pick? And what would you draw if the chalk was magical and whatever you drew could come to life? What would you draw? I'm thinking, I'm not sure what I would draw. We love drawing with chalk at preschool, don't we? It's so much fun. And when you get that chalk wet, it's so fun to draw on the sidewalks. Or we like drawing on our walls as well. One more book, children. We did sing about dinosaurs today. Were you a carnivore? Or were you an herbivore during circle time today? One more dinosaur book, but this dinosaur is not quite as ferocious, or these ones, as the one in chalk. This book is called How Do Dinosaurs Say, I Love You? We've read How Do Dinosaurs Get Well Soon? And How Do Dinosaurs Go to School? Let's see how dinosaurs say I love you. I'm not sure. Oh, there are all those different dinosaurs. How do dinosaurs say, I love you? Oh, there's an enormous one. Look at that neck. Giving Mom a kiss. You woke in the morning in such a bad mood. Then sat at the table and fussed with your food. But then you blew kisses and waved from the door. Oh, I love you, my dinosaur. Out in the sandbox you threw lots of sand. You ran from the slide after slapping my hand. Dear. But you suddenly turned with a smile I adore. Oh, I'll always love you, my dinosaur. You moped through your nap and you slept not a wink. You flooded the house when you played in the sink. Kind of like No David. But you got out the mop and then cleaned up the floor. Oh, I love you. I love you so much, little dinosaur. Off in the car, you kept kicking my seat. Oh dear, look at Mama driving. And when we got out, you were dragging your feet. But you held my hand tight when we walked in the store. Oh, I'll love you forever, my dinosaur. Uh-oh. Dinner disaster! You made such a mess. Would you stay up past bedtime? The answer was yes. But when you smile sweetly and hold back your roar, when you kiss me and hug me once, twice, and even more, that's when you give love. And I know this is true because that's how a dinosaur says, I love you. And you know that your family loves you, and I love you, and I miss you. And I will see you tomorrow for our circle time, and we'll read some more books tomorrow night. All right, children, time for bed. Hope you sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.